Look at how pretty Dougie's hair is. So silky. You're so pretty, Doug Bug. We heard that snort, sir. Sir, we all heard it. Look at how long his hair is. So pretty. What y'all doing? Let's do a quick glam. Glam is still in there, but I am truly going to try my best to make this a quick glam. Should be cooking right now, but we have time for some glam. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm very excited. Mama has already started the dressing. My house smells so good. Tonight I have to make green bean casserole, but I even make basically the mushroom soup. I make that from scratch. So it takes me a little bit longer, but it's so worth it. And then I have to make some pies, and then I have to make, don't you judge me, but you know that marshmallow green salad stuff? I love it. I love it. I have to make that too. So I've got a lot to do, but we still gotta do makeup. As always, let's start with some eyeshadow base. I'm gonna go ahead and take it to my lash line because we're not gonna do a winged liner per se with liquid liner. We'll kind of just add a little bit of lift with some eyeshadow. That's much quicker. Gene Bean, do I hear you coming this way, little boy? Yep, there he is. Okay, so we're only gonna use 2 colors, I promise. I'm gonna grab up my fluffy brush here, and we're going into this shade. By the way, this is a new palette from ColourPop. It's really pretty. It's called Smoke and Roses. So pretty. So just grab that one shade, and I'm just gonna make sure that this is tapped out because remember, the base is not set yet. Grab that and just kind of press that through here. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more. I'm just gonna keep building it up. It's really pretty and really smooth. So now let's grab this shade. I'm just gonna grab it on my finger first. Take that all over the lid. Now I'm gonna grab a brush going into the same shade, and we'll just kind of pull it into the areas that are a little hard to reach. Notice how I'm going over the fold of my eye, and then I'll shut my eye and fill in the gaps, but that just kind of lets us see a little bit more of the shimmer and create a larger lid space. So now I'm going to grab this shade. I'm grabbing it right on the tip of the brush. So I'm just going to relax my eye. Just kind of press that in. When I'm doing that, I'm kind of seeing where it's going. Then I'll shut my eye and just kind of fill in any gaps. And remember, this can be a little diffuse. It's not a perfect sharp wing line. You can kind of buff it out this way. I'm going to buff this one over a little bit more. Fill in any more gaps. Set. Why am I doing this? Why are both of my hands? I'm trying to do this left-handed. Hang on here. So we're not going to do falsies because, like I said, I'm really trying to make this simple. And since this was shadow, that's 10 times easier. And if you're still like, it's still too perfect, just take your fluffy brush. Remember, everything's... But if you still want it a little more smoked out, you can do that now because remember, everything is set. So if you kind of want to scratch back and forth, I do recommend holding the brush farther back. You'll have a little bit lighter touch. And just do some circular motions. You can scratch back and forth, but remember, everything's set. So we're just kind of buffing this out. That way, if it's a little messy, this will hide it. Now back to curling my lashes. I love this curler. You'll see the little teeth here. It's from Cami Wynn. Honestly, it's so good. And then I'll hold it on there for about 30 seconds, sometimes longer. I'm a little spicy, but hang on. Okay, so it's been about that long. Look at that. I'm telling you, this curler is where it's at. Now we're going to go in with our Ilia Voluminizing Mascara. I love this one. So nice. So this is what I do when I want to be in a hurry, when I'm like, I really just don't have the time. So I love this. If you don't have this, get it, because it is so easy. I use the shade Melon, and I'm just going to apply some there and there. We're still going to be using a powder foundation because that's so much faster, but I love this underneath my eyes. Somewhere in the chaos is my angle concealer brush here from Anissa Beauty. Let's just work that in. Look how pretty that is. And you don't even have to set it because it's self-setting. This brush, this powder foundation, match made in foundation heaven. So I'm going to take this. This one's from Laura Geller. And I like to press it into the skin. You can already see how blurring that is. And you can go a little bit underneath the eye, not too much, because remember that is self-setting, but it will kind of melt everything together. Look how pretty this is. I'm telling you, this is what I do. I love it. Just look at that difference. Here's with the powder foundation, here's without. It's just so, it's so smoothing. It's so fast. I'm telling you, not an ad. It would have to say ad. Always remember that. But this right here changed my quick makeup routine. Now let's go ahead and do this side. Look at that. Just one little press through. I'm telling you. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Also, y'all are saying in my DMs that this actually was an easy eye. It's an easy eye look. That makes me happy. I really tried to rein it in this time. So now let's do a little bit of bronzing with the Kosas bronzer. I've used this about 5 times and I'm still not seeing that coating that y'all were talking about. But you do have to remember, I wash my brushes every other day, at the most every 2 days. So that's going to be a huge factor. I'm also pretty careful with knowing when I've used a cream product. Say if I've used a cream, I wouldn't go into this because it will transfer even if I use the smallest amount. So far so good with it. But like I said, I'm going to keep you all updated. So we're actually going to get wild and spicy, and we're just going to use this same shade here. What you're seeing me do is ever so lightly press in here and just kind of coat it evenly. Since it's very small, I kind of wanted to just kind of go in and pick it up on each side of the brush. From here, I'm going to apply it through here. Just going to add a little bit of a fresh pink glow to the face. That's so pretty. I'm going to take the same shade on that first eyeshadow brush. Press that underneath here. Again, I know I'm using a fluffy brush, and it's going to quickly dispense all of that color, but you still want to tap, because if I swipe back and forth, it's going to fluff any of that eyeshadow. There's a lot in here. You'll see it when I come up close. That could all go into my eye, and pressing just make sure that it doesn't. Let's grab this shade right here, and that can be our inner corner highlight. This color gloss here from Youthforia has become one of my faves. The shade is 3 AM, and it looks a lot more kind of purple, but on the lips it just looks so pretty, and it's really mauve, so it's going to match our shadow that we got going on there. And you can add a lip liner or not. I'm trying to decide. I think we're going to go without lip liner. So pretty. All right, we're done. I'm actually going to put my hair up right now, and I'm on my merry way to the kitchen. Actually, I've got to go get brown sugar, so Ben and I are going to run to the grocery store really fast, and then he's making the pumpkin pie, and I'm going to make the other things that I mentioned. And at some point today, I am going to eat a deviled egg. I love you all. I hope this was fast enough. I'm actually going to post my review on the REM mascara later, so stay tuned for that. Again, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. I love you all so much, and we'll see you.